Imagine being part of a team that blasts satellites into space. That's what the European Space Agency's Future Launchers Preparatory Programme is all about. In 2026, this program launched with a bang, focusing on solving big problems in space logistics. A special meeting called the Spring Session brought together many experts to talk about working together and using space technology for regular and special purposes. This program built on past successes, like reducing pollution while making space travel more useful. 8 companies got funding for projects that could change how we think about space transportation. As this program kept going, it became clear that the European Space Agency was committed to making space travel efficient, friendly to the environment, and a good business idea. By 2030, they hope to have a new generation of launchers ready to take satellites into orbit. Imagine being one of the first people to have internet on their phone while hiking through the mountains. That's what 2 new satellites from Lynk Global will make possible. These satellites are part of a big group that just launched into space. There were 6 more satellites from EarthDaily Analytics, which will provide services later this year. True Anomaly was also testing its special vehicle called Jackal to see if it can navigate on its own in space. The Falcon 9 rocket carried all these satellites and objects into orbit. It's a big deal because it showed that SpaceX's rideshare program is reliable and affordable. The rocket had 45 satellites and other things with it, making this one of the biggest launches ever. Imagine a powerful rocket blasting off into space, carrying a special spacecraft on an incredible journey. The European Space Agency's ESA joint mission with China called SMILE was supposed to launch on May 19, 2026 at exactly 05:52 CEST. But technical issues caused delays, so the team took their time to fix the problem. Now they're ready to try again. A European Vega-C rocket will soar into space, carrying the SMILE mission. Once in orbit, the spacecraft will use special cameras to study how our planet reacts to solar wind and radiation from the sun. This data will help scientists understand how these cosmic forces affect Earth's atmosphere. The SMILE mission is finally ready to lift off. Imagine a new era in space exploration where satellites can be launched into any region of space with incredible speed and precision. The US military is teaming up with Lockheed Martin, Seagate Space, and Firefly Aerospace to make this vision a reality. They're creating the Gateway launch platform, which can adapt to different orbits like a chameleon. This means satellites can be launched quickly and easily into any part of space. With the powerful Firefly Alpha rocket added to the mix, the partnership is revolutionizing responsive launch solutions for national security applications. As a result, warfighters will have more flexibility and capabilities than ever before, changing the face of space-based military operations forever. Imagine a massive parachute descending towards Mars, slowing down a rover that's about to land on the red planet. The parachute is 35 meters wide and weighs 74 kilograms. It's made from strong nylon and Kevlar fabrics that can handle very hot temperatures during deployment. To keep it clean, the parachute will be baked in an oven over 10,000 times. This is to kill any earthly germs that might contaminate Mars. The ExoMars mission is set for launch in 2028 and will take a long time, more than 2 years, to reach its destination. When it finally lands, the rover will study Martian geology and search for signs of life on the red planet. The Ariane 6 rocket is getting ready to blast off. On January 21st, the main part of the rocket arrived at a launch site in French Guiana. Technicians worked for 2 days to attach 4 big boosters to the core. This made the rocket super strong and ready for takeoff. Then on February 9th, they added the top part with 32 special satellites inside. These satellites will help people all around the world connect to the internet. Finally, at 13:45 local time on February 12th, the Ariane 6 rocket took off from its launch pad and soared into space. The rocket's performance was watched closely as it reached orbit and released the satellites 114 minutes later. Astronomers are using powerful telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope and Hubble Space Telescope to study how big groups of stars form in space. They looked at thousands of young star clusters in 4 nearby galaxies that are similar to our Milky Way but smaller. The researchers found out that bigger star clusters can get rid of gas clouds around them faster than smaller ones. This is important for making new stars shine brightly. Massive star clusters start sending out ultraviolet light after 5 million years, which helps make more stars form. Smaller clusters take 7 to 8 million years to grow up and leave their nurseries. Astronomers are learning how big groups of stars form in space. They found that bigger star clusters can get rid of gas clouds faster than smaller ones, which helps new stars shine brightly. Massive star clusters start sending out ultraviolet light after 5 million years, while smaller clusters take 7 to 8 million years. Imagine being part of a team that's exploring the unknown reaches of our solar system. That's exactly what developers did when creating Aphelion, a game inspired by NASA's Artemis program. The program plans to send humans back to the moon by 2024. Game designers studied how astronauts live on the International Space Station and looked at discoveries about water on Mars. They also researched searching for life in other planets' atmospheres. Players must navigate through asteroid fields, a real danger for actual spacecraft. As they explore Persephone, strange things happen that challenge what we think we know about space. The game is so realistic that it's like being an astronaut yourself, exploring the unknown reaches of our solar system. Imagine being part of a team that's about to do something amazing in space. They're building a supersite for Earth observation in Finland's Arctic region, above the Arctic Circle, where conditions are unique. The scientists will use advanced technologies like high-tech airships and sensors to monitor the forest biome. A special tower will be installed to measure different types of radiation from space. This will help create the first 3D map of all the vegetation around Sodenkyle, a huge achievement. The supersite will also improve Europe's satellite's ability to track changes in the environment over time, with a focus on the Arctic region. After months of planning and preparation, the team is finally ready to launch their groundbreaking project. Imagine being one of the first astronauts from a foreign country to fly aboard a US spacecraft. Sophie Adenauer and her crewmates blasted off into space from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This was a big deal for the European Space Agency, ESA, as Sophie became the first French astronaut to do this. The Crew 12 mission showed how countries can work together on amazing projects. The team's 9-month trip would be busy, with research, repairs, and upgrades to the International Space Station systems. On February 14th, their Dragon spacecraft successfully docked with the ISS, starting an incredible adventure in space. Imagine a breathtaking sight, vibrant tulips swaying in the fields of the Netherlands. On April 21, 2026, a satellite captured an amazing picture of this scene. The North Sea below is painted with blue-greenish hues by tiny plants called phytoplankton. These plants are like underwater flowers that grow near the surface of the water. They bloom because minerals from deep in the ocean mix with the surface waters. This happens every spring, and it can be seen from space using special sensors on satellites like Sentinel-2. The tulips only bloom for a few weeks before they're removed to let the bulbs rest. Imagine blasting off into space on a powerful rocket that can carry huge satellites or even multiple smaller ones at once. The Ariane 6 rocket was first developed over a long time, but it finally launched in October 2022. Now it has 4 boosters instead of 2, which makes it stronger and able to carry heavier loads. This is important because it will help the Ariane 6 do more missions than before. It also has new systems that make launches more precise and reliable. The rocket uses less fuel now, making each mission cheaper. With these upgrades, the Ariane 6 is ready to help Europe and other countries explore space. Imagine a future where the military can make decisions faster than ever before. The National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, NGA, is working on a new strategy to use artificial intelligence to help the country's defense team. The NGA's plan has 3 main parts: getting the job done, changing how things are done, and training people for this new technology. They want to give military leaders fast access to the best possible information. To do this, the NGA is investing in new tools that use commercial technologies. This is a big change from before, as AI is now an essential part of their daily work. The NGA's plan will revolutionize national defense, making it more efficient and effective. Their AI framework document explains how the agency plans to use AI above all else.